A hand grabbed my shoulder, pulling me back into the shadows. I barely had time to react before I was yanked into a hidden alcove, my heart pounding with fear and adrenaline. "Trying to sneak around, are we?" A familiar voice hissed in my ear. It was one of Sir Roderick's trusted guards, his grip tightening painfully on my arm. I struggled, trying to break free, but his hold was too strong. "Let go of me," I demanded, trying to sound braver than I felt. "Quiet," he snapped, dragging me through a series of winding passages. "Sir Roderick will want to deal with you personally." My mind raced. I couldn't let them find the note I had written. It was my only chance to get the information to Marcus and the others. As we turned a corner, I managed to slip the cloth into a crack in the wall, praying it would go unnoticed. The guard hauled me into a dimly lit room, shoving me to the floor. Sir Roderick stood by the fireplace, the flames casting eerie shadows on his face. His eyes glinted with malevolent delight as he saw me. "I found her sneaking out," the guard said, but Sir Roderick stopped him. "Leave us," he said dismissively to the guard. "I'll deal with this girl myself." The guard nodded his head and backed away from me and out of the room. Sir Roderick's piercing gaze fixed on me, and I could feel the weight of his dark presence pressing down on me. He approached slowly, a sinister smile spreading across his face. Well, what do we have here?" he mused, circling me like a predator. "A little mouse caught in a trap. You thought you could sneak around my palace, didn't you?" I stood my ground, refusing to let him see my fear. "I'm not afraid of you, Roderick. You'll never win." His smile widened, and he leaned in closer, his breath hot against my face. Such bravery from a child. "But you see, I know your secret, I know your name is really Alistair." My eyes widened in disbelief. How did he recognize me? He smiled mincingly at me. "You see, little girl, I've already won. Your precious kingdom is mine, and no amount of magic or bravery will change that." I clenched my fists, anger boiling within me. "You're wrong. The people won't stand for your tyranny. They will rise against you." He chuckled, a cold, mirthless sound. "Oh, they might try, but they'll fail. Just like you have." He reached out and grasped my chin, forcing me to look into his eyes. "But don't worry. I'll make sure you stay alive long enough to witness your kingdom's complete and utter downfall." He let go of me and walked briefly away and then looked at me. "There is one more thing I need your help with." "Oh, dear prince," he said before he started a spell. I felt my body start to freeze up, but then I turned around and used a counter spell that Alara had taught me. The counter spell worked, breaking the dark magic that Sir Roderick was trying to cast on me. A burst of light emanated from my hands, pushing him back and causing him to stumble. "You've learned some tricks," he sneered, regaining his balance. "But you are still no match for me." I held my ground, the energy of magic coursing through me. "You underestimate me, Roderick. I will not let you win." With a flick of his wrist, Sir Roderick conjured dark tendrils that snaked towards me. I dodged and parried, using the magical energy Alara had taught me to deflect his attacks. The room filled with the sounds of clashing magic and the crackling of dark energy. "I've been training for this moment," I said, my voice steady and strong. "I won't let you destroy everything my family has built." Sir Roderick laughed, his eyes gleaming with malevolence. "Your family is weak, your mother and father are under my control, they are my puppets, but their minds are too strong for them to use Thunderstrike under my command. But I will make this kingdom mine." He lunged at me, but I countered with a blast of light, knocking him back. I could feel the power surging within me, giving me strength. I knew I had to end this now. Channeling all my energy, I focused on the magic within me, calling forth its true power. The magic glowed with a radiant light, illuminating the entire room. Sir Roderick shielded his eyes, momentarily blinded. "This is for my family, and for the kingdom," I declared. "I prepared a spell that will end this, that will end the madness, but something went wrong." "Sir." Roderick cast a spell stopping me from casting mine. I was frozen in the air. "You will obey only me." He said he cast a spell that made my insides feel like they were on fire. I will rule this kingdom. He hit me again with the spell and I screamed in agony. And you will help me. He snapped his fingers and I fell onto the cold stone floor. I tried to get away from him, but he simply put a finger on my head. My mind raced about what he could be doing. Give in. Sir Roderick said. Go ahead, give in to my power, just like your mother and your father did. I tried to focus on what I was doing. My mind seemed to be going from knowing who I am to fully aware of what is happening. I fought in my head. I must break free. I must break free. I must. And then it cleared. Everything went silent around me. And then the thought that Sir Roderick wasn't really a bad guy floated in my head, and you know what? I am a lucky girl to know such a great man. I think it's time to take your throne as my little puppet. Princess Isabella. Sir Roderick said, smiling down at me.